Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, I will. Yes, you got it. Yes, dear. Okay, I'll do it now. But I'm currently working on something very important, but whatever. I'll help you right now. What do you always find yourself saying yes to when you should be saying no? Hi everyone, this is Donna Irvin and welcome to my Big Tip Friday. And today I am going to be talking about some challenges that most entrepreneurs have. And it's about learning to say no so you can say yes to what matters. And the thing is, as entrepreneurs, we want to help as many people as we can, right? But sometimes what seems to happen is we end up saying yes to anything and everything. And what that does is it brings a lot of excess stress into your life. It wastes your time on other things when you should be working on your business, right? And I'm not saying that we should say no to everything, okay? But what I am saying, guys, is you need to use discretion. And I hope you liked my little skit there. It was just an example of some of the things that we tend to do, saying yes to everything, okay? And when you do that, you just really set yourself up for a lot of exit, not just stress, but your productivity levels go down the toilet as well, okay? So what the heck do you do about doing this without causing hurt feelings between others? Because sometimes I think as entrepreneurs, we tend to say yes to a lot of things because we don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings and we want to help them. So we end up saying yes. And it's a common challenge that we all face. I know I've had to face it. I don't know how many times. I've kind of had to slap myself in the face a few times. And, you know, I sit there and go, okay, I should be saying no. And the thing is, if you don't want the other person, you don't want to be known as the type of person who's going to say yes to everything, okay? So the thing is, I'm going to give you a couple of good steps here that you will want to really pay important mind to. And that is, number one, first of all, if it's not an emergency, okay? If it's an emergency, obviously you need to take someone to the hospital or they fell or something come up. Obviously you need to tend to that, okay? That's a whole nother matter. But if it's not an emergency, and if it is something of less importance that can be done later, what you want to do is say, thanks for asking me. So in other words, if someone says, hey, can you do this right now? I need this done. And instead of hurting their feelings and just saying, no, I'm not going to do it, you can say, hey, thanks for asking me, but I'm not able to do it right now. Can we reschedule for a later time? And by saying it like that, you're not saying no at the moment. You're saying you're still going to do it, but it has to be done at a later time. And most of the time people are going to be okay with this. If they're not, well, that's not your problem. But most of the time people are going to be okay as long as you tell them, thanks for asking, I can't do it right now, but let's reschedule. All right. And you can let the other person know that you're working right now, but as soon as you're able to, at that time, you'll be able to help them. And that way, if you state it like that, they're not going to feel like you're ignoring them, okay? Because you don't really want the person to feel like you're just blowing them off, right? So what you want to do is just make a scheduled time with them. If you have to, set a date and set a time with them. Dedicate that time in your schedule. And the thing is you, now listen to this, you are in control of your time, not them, okay? It's your business, your life, your time, not theirs. And you don't want to go, the thing is, when you do end up saying no to somebody at that moment, You don't want to end up going on and on and on after you've said no and justify your reasons a lot, because what that's going to do is it's going to make them, or it's going to make you seem like you're lying to them just to get out of doing something. Okay, so you don't want to go like, oh no, I can't, I've got this, oh, and I got that, oh no, I can't, I've got this, I've got that, you know. And then after a while, they're going to look at you going, okay, yeah, whatever. You know, you don't want to do that either, because that's a negative, that just brings out negative emotions and friction between people, and you don't really want to do it that way. So just be honest, okay? Be honest and don't overdo it, all right? That's my big key. Let me give you a quick example. I had this happen a while back. One of my relatives, they needed some help with something, like I don't remember what it was. I think it was groceries or something, you know. It wasn't really majorly important at the time, but I happened to be on a webinar for business training, and I couldn't break away from that. So, because I was writing notes, I was interactive, and I could not just break away and go do that. So I briefly said no, I cannot do it right at this moment. I am on a training right now, but maybe I can help later. And the thing is, you know, sometimes you will get people sometimes that might get a little upset with that. Okay, obviously this person did a bit, but the thing is, you got to know your boundaries, okay? And you do want to be kind and understanding with them. You don't want to be snapping at them and, you know, just flat out get all frustrated. You want to be kind and understanding, and you want to, again, know your boundaries. And when you do that, people, it seems kind of like the opposite, but believe it or not, people are going to respect you more once you establish those boundaries with them, okay? The thing is, if you fail to establish those boundaries early on in your relationship, whatever that may be with that person, they're just going to take it as you're available anytime, anywhere. You can do whatever they want, or whatever they want you to do. You can be there for them all the time. And you don't want to portray that. You don't want to have that happen, because then they'll keep doing that to you and taking advantage, and then it's just going to really, it's not good for the relationship, and it's not good for your business. So don't be afraid to say no. And I guess that's one of my big things that, you know, I tell people, don't be afraid to stand up and say no if you have to. Just be mindful of how you say it, right? So that's my big thing for today. But one tip for you is, whenever you feel like you want to say yes to everything, really think about the reasons behind it and see if you can reschedule with them. Okay? All right, everybody. Well, I hope this helped. I will talk to you again on my next Big Tip Friday. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye, everybody.